polar bonds and nonpolar bonds. There are two types of covalent bonds. One is polar and the other is nonpolar. How can you determine if a covalent bond is polar or nonpolar? You use the difference in electronegativity values of two atoms involved. The difference indicates the degree of bond polarity. The larger the difference is, more polar the bond is. When the difference is small, the bond will be nonpolar bond. When the difference is between 0.4 and 1.8, the bond will be polar. When the difference becomes larger than 1.8, then the bond becomes ionic rather than covalent. In ionic bond, one atom gives up electrons and another atom takes electrons instead of sharing. It makes sense because the large difference indicates that the one atom loves electrons and the other one doesn't at all. They might as well give and take and no need to share. Keep in mind that the boundary values 0.4 and 1.8 are both loosely defined numbers. Let's practice. Determine if the bond between carbon atom and hydrogen atom is nonpolar covalent, polar covalent, or ionic. Pause the video and answer the question before it moves to the next slide. The idea is to calculate the difference in electronegativity values of carbon and hydrogen atoms. The difference is 0.4. According to the table, the difference is right on the boundary. You should know that the bond between carbon and hydrogen atom is always nonpolar.